Hi, it's Jessica Sitomer at thegreenlightcoach.com. And the number 3 question that should be one of my most frequently asked questions, but isn't, is who do I need to know? Why is this such an important question? Because when I go and give seminars, I'll say, who do you need to know? And people will raise their hand, and some will know exactly who hires them, and they'll say, like a DP will say, I need to know directors, or an actor will say, I need to know casting directors, or a writer will say, I need to know development people. And those are correct. Those are the people who most directly hire you. But the real answer to that question is that you need to know everyone. Because when you get so specific that you are neglecting other people in the industry, what's happening is you wind up competing with a lot of people. So what I find is, let's say I go to an SOC event, the Society of Operating Camera People. The camera operators all know each other, and they help each other out, and they hire each other, and that's great. But they're also directly competing with each other. So who do camera operators need to know? They need to know director of photography. Well, who else know director of photographies? Directors know them, producers know them, script supervisors know them, hair and makeup people know them, production designers definitely know them, wardrobe people know them. So really you can start looking around and saying, look at all these other people who are connected to the people who I need to know. And suddenly you're expanding tremendously, because here you only thought you needed to know the specific people that need to hire you, like actors who think, well, I have to know casting directors. Well, casting directors are hired to help producers and directors and writers cast their show. Well, what happens if you directly know a writer for a show? They can write a part for you. What happens if you know the guest director for that week on a television series? He might want to bring you specifically in. So think about other people outside of the box who can then say to a casting director, I want you to bring this person in. So here you are knowing who specifically needs to hire you. Then you can reach out and say, well, who knows those people specifically? And then you can get even broader with, hey, you never know who this PA knows. Instead of saying, oh, you're just a PA, and ignoring them, that PA could be PAing because his father is the CEO of the production company that you're working for. And in 2 years, he's going to be the head of development. So you never know who people know or who they're going to be. One of the big mistakes people make in this industry is snubbing people who are lower in the ranks or who don't have enough credits yet. And people remember. They really tend to remember more the people who hurt their feelings than the people who made them feel good. It's just sort of human nature, and it's unfortunate. But I've heard too many stories about somebody forgetting someone's name and that person holding it against them personally, and then years later they don't get hired because that person didn't remember my name. And let's face it, remembering names is not really everybody's top trait. Myself, I struggle with names. I can remember everybody's face because I'm a visual person. So when you do forget somebody's name, there are many ways to work around it, but always do it in a way that you're acknowledging that I remember you, and I'm just terrible with names, or whatever your obstacle is. I'm sort of going off on a tangent here, but the point I'm trying to make is that it's really important that you just acknowledge everybody and be nice to everyone, because you never know where they're going to be. And you know what? It just feels good to be nice to people. It's a lot better than walking around judging people, don't you think? And you're going to find that it's going to make you more attractive to other people, and you will stay in their minds. So who do you need to know? You need to know everybody.